Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hear ye, hear ye. Welcome once again to another edition of Happy Hour here at King's Pizza, where we here at King's Pizza celebrate the freedom of speech. That's right, we got open mic comedy here tonight. You're going to hear a lot of things. You might get offended. You might get excited. But whatever you do, say something, make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. All right, we remind you here that the speech is free, but the pizza costs money. Yes, please help support small businesses and King's Pizza by supporting by purchasing a food item. That's what we're here all about. What this show is for customers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a whole show lined up of comedians for you. But before we start, just gotta get some things off our chest, you know. Like it was just earlier today. This is a thing going on where these people are feeling empowered. Like they just coming up and just, oh my God, I'm talking about Karens, y'all. Oh my God, I ran into a Karen just right before this show. Right, this old white woman come right up to me and just not all white women, just this one. Y'all know Karens. You know Karens. Karens are messing it up for white women because I love white women. But just that small amount of people fucking it up for everybody else. She just come up snitching to us. Like, you know, I saw a guy, he was over there, I called the police, happy as shit. Like, she just snitching. Like, damn, how you so proud of snitching? I called the police and I demanded that they press charges. Like, you snitch? Like, damn! He comes snitching at us, and I ain't even an authority figure and shit. Just, you know, if you see this guy, call the police. I'm not calling the police. What the fuck? But I do think we have racial relations. We need to come together because I think there's like certain like handicaps that certain races have. Like, for me, talking to the police, complete no, I don't care. Like you can shoot me, and I'm gonna be like, who did it? Like I ain't see shit. I ain't see shit. You know what I mean? I'll be in jail. Like no, because you don't want to go to jail as a snitch. No. Fuck around, drop that soap if you want. Then I was actually thinking if I did go to jail, like I'll just be like, you know what? I'm just not gonna take a shower. You know what I mean? They was like, no, then they gonna rape you for not taking a shower. Like, fuck! Lose and lose, damn. Can't win at all. It's crazy with the Karens though. But like, I really think that we can help each other out. Like for white people, y'all like talking to police, go and talk to the police. But like there's ways that we can help you too. Like, it is not safe for white people to walk home by yourself at this time. No, it's not. Like this. Oh, I do it all the time. I walk people to their car all the time. You know, because it's for real. Like, I'll be walking with them. Well, this neighborhood's all right, but like a couple blocks here, a couple blocks there, nah, it's no-go zone for white folks. Like the west side, like Y&I, don't go. Certain parts of Waipahu, no. What's the other one? The one in the middle of the island, Wahiwa. Woo, Wahiwa. Like, no, don't go there by yourself. You know, it's funny because I take my white friends with me and I go around and they be like ready to rob them and shit. Like, yo, what's up, Holly? Like, and I look at them, yo, these my Hollies. They be like, oh, okay. And then you good. As long as I'm with you, you good. Don't be walking around by yourself so we can help each other out. I'll walk you to your car. If the police show up, we'll talk to them for us. Oh, it's scary. Like, I know how I look. I look way meaner than I am and shit. Like, for real. Like, I'll be coming out like a radio studio and shit. Police just everywhere. Like, oh, shit. It look like a scene off Straight Outta Compton and shit where the white people come out like, no. He's a valuable artist. Like, leave him alone. Like, that's happening, folks, for real. Like, just, oh, man. It's crazy out there. That's just what happened just before I got to the show, too. Man. I got a new job. I work at the radio station. Like, yeah, it's awesome. It's like, I call it the chocolate cake syndrome. I love chocolate cake. I can eat chocolate cake a lot. But if you eating chocolate cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like, I want my chocolate cake. I'll just be in there. Like, they gave me a promotion. I'm not working. hold on, don't give me congratulations. I'm working for the country station now, like, and I'm trying to figure out how I fit in. Like, I'm a Puerto Rican from Philly, and I'm gonna be in the cowboy station. Like, all right, I'm like, all right, so, but I could do it because I'm a whore, yo. Like, you pay me, I'm gonna do it. Like, yeah, you pay me, I don't care what it is, I'm gonna do it. I done emceed all kinds of events. I emceed a Raiders game one time, like a Raiders like pep rally thing. Like, I was just like, you a Raiders fan? Like, nope, but I am today. Fuck that. Like, yes, Raiders. Like, such a whore. You mean these stars? I be meeting a lot of stars. You know what cracks me up about the female stars? Like, they always bitching about how I can't find a man. Like, there's a few beautiful ass comedians in here, female comedians. No homo in. I see you all happy. He's like, oh, he finally noticed. Like, I see these ladies though, they be beautiful, strong women, outspoken women with careers. No, I can't find a man. I don't know, like, I wonder why I can't find a man. I'm like, yeah, I wonder too. Me too. I wonder why. Me too. Me too. Oh, that's why you can't find a man. Oh, yeah. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but for the past 3 years, shit's done changed, yo. Folks, men, old men especially, we can't do what we used to do. Like, oh, back in the day, you could sexually harass a chick and it's cool. It depends how good looking you is. You know what I mean? If you look good, you look like Jason Momoa for real,
Harass me.
you could just get away with some sexual harassment. But if you look like me, nope. Oh, nope. Those chicks is not paying attention to me. I'm just writing in here. This is better than therapy and shit. Well, back in the day, when like, you could do things like, if I see a chick, I'll be like, yo, you got a fat ass, yo, like, and she be feeling all good, because I know how it feels, ladies. Like, I work at Uber, and every once in a while, I'll get sexually harassed at the job. Like, every once in a while, a drunk chick come in, like, ooh, you sexy. And I know how it feels. It feels awesome, man. Like, oh, my ego was good. Like, my soul was at ease. I felt so proud of myself. I'm like, finally, they see it. Like, oh, you know what's funny though? Like, there's only one kind of women that always do it too, and that's Micronesian women. Like, oh, Micronesian women don't give a fuck, yo. Micronesian women, like, it got me thinking, like, I was born the wrong race. Like, I should have been born Micronesian. I should have been born Micronesian, because as a Puerto Rican, I'm like 6, 7, because I'm funny. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But as a Micronesian dog, I'm a 10, 11 dog. I got a car. Oh, they love me, Micronesian women. I'm trying to learn Micronesian and shit. Like, yeah, I'm trying. It's a language. It's like 20-something languages. Like, oh shit, I'm just gonna speak Spanish to these chicks. Like, hola, mira, ¿cómo está? Bien. Crazy as hell. The rules are changing. I heard the CDC said we could walk around without masks. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep my mask, yo. Like, you know why I keep my mask? I got pretty ass eyes. I got beautiful eyes. Like, oh, chicks be like, oh my God, he's gorgeous. But like, I'll be like, yes. Oh, yes, I got her food. And then I fuck it up, take it off, and then I look gangster as fuck. Like, oh, shit. He's like, oh, you done kill people. Like, no, I didn't. They survived. They good. Yeah. Keeping my mask, yo. All right, just a quick, there's a bathroom downstairs. If you need to go to the bathroom, ask permission first. And then may the force be with you and shit. Carry a pocket knife and shit. You'll see when you get down there. You're gonna need some kind of weapon. You need Jesus with you. Say a prayer, a little blessing. Adios, Gloria. Right. All right, that's about my time. I think I'm just gonna leave y'all with a little bit of word advice, y'all. We need to take care of each other, help each other out. We need to eat better. We need to work out. We know about eating stuff. But there's stuff that you can eat. Watermelon. You know, watermelon is a natural Viagra. Yeah, natural Viagra. Eat watermelon. Almonds is like a one-a-day vitamin that you can take. Like, they're really good for you. You know what else you can eat that helps? Pussy. Eat pussy, folks. Yes, eat that pussy, dog. And if that don't work, eat her ass out. Yeah, suck a Snickers out this. All right, this. This next young lady, I did not have sex with her, Jessica. She thinking I fuck everybody. Like, I don't. But no. Ladies and gentlemen, this next comedian is a very funny, young, up-and-coming star. And I want y'all to give her a warm round of applause for Nelly Joe.
Hi, Kings. This setup is new. I've not been here in a little bit. I'm going to take this here. So yeah, just like Paco was saying, we got to take care of each other, you know, look out for one another. And our beloved Blue, her father passed away recently, so if you can give anything, we got a tip jar up here, and then we're also going to have an opportunity for a raffle to win a free case of beer. And yeah, you're welcome. And a pizza. So it's about $5 to enter, or whatever you can, really. Just anything helps. Thank you, Matt. Good to see you. Hi, I'm happy to recognize you now. Oh, that's great. Okay, yeah, so on that note, I'm gonna start the show. So thank you guys for coming out tonight. Let's see, today was an interesting day. Today was my last day of working with kids. And yeah, I don't know how to work this. I'm gonna quit pretending I know how, so I'm just gonna sit up here. Yeah, today was my last day working with kids. I love working with kids, but they're a bunch of little bastards. We all knew that though, but it was interesting because Paco looked at me and said, Karen, the same way they do. And I was like, I've seen this look before. Oh, damn bastards. But I like working with kids. They teach me something new every day. They're nerds. These kids I work with are a bunch of nerds. I mean, they show me the abacus. They're like, hey, Miss Nelly, can you quiz me on the abacus? And I was like, I don't think that's appropriate at school. And they're like, no, it's an ancient calculator thing. And I was like, oh great, is that what you guys use to figure out the spaceship that won't land? Stop Asian hate, continue Asian criticism. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. No, I just, the kids are interesting though, because they'll come up to me, with the damnedest questions. They're like, so it's fourth quarter science, and I understand that the sperm gets to the egg and that creates a baby, but how does it even get there in the first place? And I was like, oh, so they teach you how babies are made before how sex happens. Okay, that I think is literally the case of chicken before the egg, or whatever it is. I don't think they did. They went out of order. They fucked up the curriculum. But these kids I work with are nerds. They're the sweetest, though. Oftentimes I'll catch them in groups of 3 playing the violin together, really sad. I'm like, is this a Ken Burns Civil War documentary? The fuck? What? Is the Titanic sinking again? God damn. I don't get it. I'm happy it's over. I'm going to see some new opportunities, maybe move out to LA. You basic bitch, but I go out to LA and everyone's like, are you going to get work done when you go out there? And I'm like, yeah, obviously I got to get a job. And they're like, no, your face. And I was like, wow, is that an insult or a question? I don't know. It's like, so maybe I have to use a shoehorn to get my glasses off my nose. That's none of your business. That's none of your damn business. I don't get it. I'll back it up a little bit, actually. I'm from Missouri, originally, so if you hear a weird little twang, don't worry. I understand it's an audible MAGA hat. It's okay. I'm a safe zone. It's all good. Some of the kids, we'll go back to the kids again, because some of them even asked, Miss Nelly, we thought you were a Trump supporter. And I was like, oh my God, Cole, why do you think that? And they go, well, we know you're from the South. And I was like, actually, it's in the center of the United States, but yeah, we have that Southern reputation. But I was like, yeah, no, I understand. It's okay. I promise. I'm not a Trump supporter. I mean, I want you to do whatever you want, but it's kind of hard to say. The whole racist thing. That old song and dance. The jig is up, But I do have to go back home. I have to go back to Missouri in July, because I am now in a wedding. Yay! Yeah, I'm gonna be, now I got promoted from bridesmaid to maid of honor, which means I have to give a speech while blacked out, and I'm excited because it's gonna be very similar to this mic tonight.
Yeah!
Choo! Yep. I'm scared though. I'm gonna go on this rant. I'm hoping that I don't just go off the rails and talk shit about where I'm from. I hate my hometown. I love some of the people, but I'm going to end up talking so much shit about the very people I'm speaking to at that venue. And be like, oh, oops, rough crowd. Sorry, forgot you guys were here. I don't want to go back, but no, you got to. It's, home is where the corn is, as they say there, so. But that's okay. I'm ready to go back home and see my parents, I guess. See my parents, see my dog. A lot of people ask, oh my God, do you have a boyfriend? Why aren't you married? Why aren't you getting married? And I'm like, first of all, I work with kids, okay? I don't need one like texting me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that in my life. I don't need a boyfriend. I don't want one. I mean, if I did have one, it'd be fine, like every now and then, maybe a couple days a month. Schedule and pencil them in like my period, I don't know. Schedule them like that. Oh man. Periods, how about those doggone things? Girl, how you doing, baby?
I hate my daughters to have them.
Who the fuck let you have kids? That was an administrative error on their part. Must have mixed up the number. I mean, my God, you look like the Wayans brother that wasn't quite accepted, you know what I'm saying? They didn't want you in white chicks. They didn't want you there. Even Cosby disowned your ass.
I'm going back outside.
No, that was good. Wayne's brother, that was solid.
Oh man, I'm in Colorado. What time is it? I didn't figure out how long I've been up here, guys. I'm sorry. Well, anyways, I'll end on a couple of just high thoughts. I really thought about it the other day whenever I went surfing. I nearly drowned, and that's the first time that's ever happened to me. And I got up off the board and I was like, oh, okay. Woo, well, we didn't die, so that's good. But then I got pissed off at the phrase, at least they died doing what they love. Fuck that! I love the ocean. If I died doing what I love, I'd be so pissed. You know why? Because anytime you're in a shitty situation, what do you always say? I'd rather die. Okay, so let me die during a shitty moment. All right, you're doing me a favor. Congrats, bitch. Blessing granted. I don't want to do that. And then I also thought, man, what if I didn't drown? I just got injured. It's like, what if I got paralyzed or something? And then I realized, I don't see anyone paralyzed from the waist up. Like, that'd be fucking weird. Just. I'm sorry. I mean, how do you communicate the fucking river dancing after that? Maybe we'll ask Lillian. I don't know. Sign language, foot language, same thing. Anyway. All right, everybody. Are we having a good time this evening? Ready to laugh? All right. This next comedian coming up is, let's see, we've got Willie D on the ones and twos.
What's going on, y'all? My name's Willie. I got old man name, don't worry about it. So this guy gets it, unlike this guy. I'm gonna pick on you just because you were laughing. Alright. Is that your girlfriend right there?
No, I wish.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I have a wife.
You have a wife? Okay, let me ask you a question. Seriously, I want you to really think about this in real life. What would you do, right? How many times can your wife swing on your mom and you can still be like, alright, fuck it,
Oh, shit.
Like, what's that number where it's like, alright, 8 times I gotta break up with this bitch? How many times? Realistically, what do you think? 1 time?
Violent? Yeah, maybe like.
Just 1 time?
Okay, maybe 1 time.
1 time?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it depends on how fine she is personally for me. You know what I mean? I think it, like, you gotta be like on a scale of 1 to 10. Like, she's a 7, she gets 7 hits. You know what I mean? After that, it's like, alright, you gotta chill out. You know what I mean? If I'm being completely honest, though, she like a 9 or a 10, she can probably do whatever the fuck she want. You know? Look, y'all just think about it right now. If she about a 9 or a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably throw in a couple kicks, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. At least box her ass or something, I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah. When I was like 15, and my sister was like 13, I pissed her off like worse I've ever seen her pissed off before. I still think about it today. It makes me fucking laugh every single time. So basically, she went to summer camp, right? And it was called Girls State. And basically, they take girls from each city in Texas, they take them to Austin, they teach them about politics, like you know, in hopes of inspiring a new generation of women in politics, right? So she comes home after the summer and everything, right? And she's all excited, talking about how much fun she had, and talking about the power of women in politics. You know, I'm 15 years old, I'm a little asshole at this point. I'm like, well, I'm glad you had fun at fantasy camp. So, just immediate rage right over her face. I've never seen her so mad before. So let me ask you something, bro. All right. It's gonna be an easier question when I ask him, I promise. Well, maybe I don't know. You got a big sister or something, it might be a problem for you. Hey, hold on, get back here, come on. All right, you a crip? What's with that blue flag? Hey, I'm Pyro, I'll beat your ass. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not playing. I'm sorry. I know there's bloods around here. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Okay. Don't beat my ass. I won't let you. But, okay, so here's the question, right? In a zombie apocalypse, let's just say, hypothetically, I want you to think hard about this shit, okay? Zombie apocalypse. Pretend like you're there now. Close your eyes. You don't have to. I'm just kidding. All right, calm down. Calm down. You nervous?
I said I was gonna talk shit, and now I just want to.
You can talk shit. I just want to ask you a question first. Damn. Okay. Sorry. Get back to it. I know I'm rambling. Zombie apocalypse. Calm down. All right. If you had to have a female companion for the zombie apocalypse, do you think it'd be smarter, logistics-wise, to have a skinny bitch or a fat bitch?
Fat bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Why fat bitch?
I got more to eat.
Nigga gotta eat, bro.
It's a zombie apocalypse, though. You can't exactly go to Zippies and shit. You know what I mean?
But the girl, she gonna live longer. She got more fat.
That's crazy, because I feel like
She
most
is not
people...
going to live very long. I'm sorry. I was just saying.
Why do you say that?
Niggas
I'm
gotta
curious.
eat.
Eat your wife?
Okay. Whoa, yeah, hold on. I don't think I caught that. You say you gonna eat this bitch? You gonna eat this bitch? Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Closed mouths don't get fed, bro.
I'm scared of this motherfucker, bro. I'm not gonna tell you where I'm from. I'm not gonna tell you where I
That's
stay.
what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
crip. No, I'm kidding. I'm playing. Okay. Basically, I think most people I ask, they say they want a skinny bitch, right? Because she could run away from the zombies, you know, and get away. But my whole thing is like, let's say there's 15 zombies running after you, you step in the fucking bear trap, fuck your ankle up, how's this skinny bitch gonna pick you up and carry you off to safety? You know what I mean? And then, let's say, worst case scenario, there's like 30 zombies running at you, you can't get away, you just kick this bitch in the ankle, and bam, now the zombies are feasting on her for at least like 3-4 weeks. By that time, you went to the library, you learned how to fly a helicopter, you're a Maui by that time. Yeah, think about this shit, right? You want a running car if you're in the zombie apocalypse, right? But you can't exactly go to fucking Lube and Go to get that shit worked up and keep it running. But you ever went like this to a fat girl forehead? You ever found how oily that shit is? You take that oil, you lube up your engine, you're riding smooth for at least a couple weeks. You know what I'm talking about? Ooh, I don't know how much more time I have left. Keep going? Okay, I think I got one more. I'm such a dumbass, right? So, basically, I be talking myself out of pussy. Y'all, you know what that means, talking yourself out of pussy?
I don't have that problem.
But do you know what it means, though? Talking. Do you know what that means, sir? You kind of quiet.
Yeah, but no.
But no. Oh, so we got some fucking liars around here. You never say nothing stupid. Some girls are like, nah, never mind. I'm not fucking this dude. You know what? Basically, if you don't know what it means, is some nice young lady's gonna give you some pussy, and you say something so stupid that you piss her off. She's like, all right, never mind. So basically, like, I don't know, a month ago, I had this girl over at my apartment, right? And, you know, we're talking, small talk, you know, how was your day, all that bullshit, shit I don't care about, I'm just trying to fuck, right? And basically, she just starts going on about how her mom's birthday's coming up, and she was trying to buy her a Victoria's Secret bra, but she couldn't find the right size anywhere. So I'm like, okay, just making conversation. I'm like, well, what size bra does she wear? She says, what size F? I said, well, goddamn, that bitch need a saddle at this point. It's safe to say, like, yeah, she didn't text you back for a few weeks. You know what I'm talking about? Finally, I didn't expect her to text me back, but like after like a week, she called me. She was crying and shit, right? Talking about she has to find a new fucking home for a dog. right? And I'm like, well, what's the problem? And she said, well, I can't afford to feed it anymore. And you know, at this point, she wants sympathy, right? She wants me to be like, oh, I'm sorry, that must be hard for you, something like that, right? This dude already. What you laughing at, bro?
No, you want sympathy for me? That's shit and sympathy.
Oh my God, where'd you get that from? That's from Major Payne, right? You out here stealing junk, bro. Hold his ass out. No, I'm just kidding. So basically.
We're talking about the Wayne brothers over here, man.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Oh man, you stealing 2 jokes. You stealing fucking the Wayne's and you stealing hers. Bro, we might have to beat your ass after this. I'm just kidding. Oh my God, what are you about to do? Oh, you making me nervous. I was like, oh, I saw him on fucking peripherals, got me nervous. Hercules. Shut your ass up. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little violent over here. But basically, she said she couldn't afford to feed her dog and she wanted some sympathy. And I said, why don't you try to put him on a diet? So yeah, she didn't really like that very much. But anyway, that's my last joke.
Nelly has it.
I'm sorry, Rhea. What are you barking about? What's your problem? Okay, everyone give it up for Willie D. Alright, I see a couple of new faces in here, so I'm going to repeat. If you guys have a couple of extra spare dollars that you can donate to our girl Blue, I got a tip jar up here. Please feel free to come up and donate, okay? Wow, I feel like I'm announcing a graduation from middle school. Sorry. I'll make this more fun. All right, everybody. You think he does jujitsu, but guess what? It's Tony Karate.
Thank you. Woo! What's up, King's Pizza? How's it going? Yeah. All right, there's no enthusiasm left. That's cool. Cool, man. Fucking you rocked it, dude. That was awesome. Everyone,
How's that kids meeting?
loving it. Loving it. Paco, I feel you, man. On the ladies, I get that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do anything you can. Eat pussy, lick some asshole. I get that, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know what's funny? Like, I used to remember, like, you ever hear those guys that are like, oh, I'll never go down on a woman. Oh, I don't eat pussy. You know what? It's always black guys. You ever notice that? It's true. It's true. Because they don't have to. They don't have to. They're used to satisfying women with the size of their penises. You know what I mean? I grew up half Asian. I can't say no to any sexual thing with a woman. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
That's some representative.
Dude, what I lack in size, I have to make up for in pure enthusiasm. That's right, ladies. Sex with me may not be good, but at least it's confusing. I'm a try-hard in bed. Oh, it's crazy. I don't know. A lot of talk about race. Notice that now? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Palestine.
You know what's funny? You know what I realized? Like, there's a lot of this, like, stop Asian hate. You know what I realized? Like, I do hate Asians. I do. From Asia. You know what I mean? But I love Americans. Right? We have a way of, like, taking in every ethnicity and making it, like, fucking, like, 1,000 times better. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone here knows what I'm talking about. Have you seen Asian women in Hawaii? Yeah. Yeah, fucking exactly. It's amazing. I love seeing that. Every time, like, we get these, like, Japanese girl students come down from Japan, you know, these A students. You know, after 4 years of McDonald's, we send them back to Japan with D cups. It's amazing. I love it. Koreans with tits. That only in America. You know, I love that. Like, have you ever seen, like, real Chinese women? Ugh. Oh, it's so gross. They're like squatting in a field, like their bull haircuts. no orthodontic work whatsoever. It's disgusting.
Okay.
I hate Asians from Asia. Oh, so gross. I'm so spoiled here in Hawaii. Man, get you a French Vietnamese. Oh. You know what I mean? That's our science experiment with here, with the breeding. That's what I'm saying. Even the black people here are awesome. So much hotter than the ones from Africa. I know that's terrible. It's terrible. Look at Beyonce. You don't get a Beyonce from Nigeria. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's only made in America. You know, this is a great country, and you know, it was like part of it. You know, we have this like history of like strife, right, with the racism and the slavery. You know. But we're also the greatest country in the world, which means by like, you know, kind of like association, that means black people were the best slaves in history.
Showed up to my house.
We never talk about how good they were, right? Like how many slave races do we know? It's really just the blacks and the Jews, right? It's like one built America, one built the pyramids, and the rest we completely forget about, you know, so. Right? How good do you have to be a slave and be remembered? That's amazing.
Harriet Tubman.
Yeah. You
Yes.
see what I'm saying?
Word.
How many slaves do you know the names of?
Just that one.
Yeah, Harriet and Moses. That's fucking it, man. So, that's what I'm saying, black people. Don't feel bad about that. You fucking crushed it. All right? We wouldn't be so rich without you. You did good. You did good. Yeah. I love that. Makes me feel good. You know what I noticed too? It's like, not with the Stop All Asian Hates, but I don't like the fact that we say Asian hate, right? It's a big place. Really? Stop all Asian hates, right? Remember when it was cool to hate Russia? Right? No one was ever like, stop Asian hate against the Russians, right? Majority there. You know, what I don't agree with about the Asian hates is no one is doing that same shit for America. You know? I would love it if you could go to the Middle East, right? And they're screaming like, oh, death to America, kill all Americans. Wouldn't it be great if there was someone like, hey, yo, bro, that's pretty racist, okay? All right, maybe we got to stop American hate, huh? Huh? Get woke, bro. Get woke. Never hear that shit. They fucking hate us, okay? Don't feel bad about sending it back. It's true. All Asians, really? The truth is, we're even kind of racist about our Stop Asian Hate, right? Because really, we're talking about like the Asians we like, right? We're talking about like Japanese people, Korean people, maybe Chinese, right? We don't really, when we think of Stop Asian Hate, we're not worried about Burma. You know? No one's defending Laos, right? You landlocked motherfuckers. Right? No one's hating on them. I think that's why we need to bring back the term Oriental. We gotta get specific. You know what I mean? We're talking about the smart Asians, not the brown Asians. Okay? It's so true. I mean, we've got a really refined sense of racism in this country, you know? I love it. I love it. I'm a little pissed. I've been seeing a lot of pussy Asian comedians. Oh, I should have paused there. It's like, all this vagina I'm seeing everywhere I go. I feel like seeing a vagina is like seeing someone's face, right? You kind of recognize it. It's like, I know those lips anywhere. You know what I mean? They all have a little personality. I love it. Like fuckable snowflakes. So that's great. I don't know. It's cool. I feel bad, all these guys having to find their wives on Tinder. What a goddamn disaster that is. I don't know. I did it the old-fashioned way. I met my wife at a bar, so it's good, right? I think that's the way to do it. You know, she's good. I love her so much. You know, she's a local girl. Yeah. It means she already had a 10-year-old. It's so weird. I feel like it's also like one of the most flattering things I think like my wife experienced with me. You know what I mean? Because like when a woman is like so attractive, she's so hot that you're willing to accept another man's responsibility. You know what I mean? Just to have sex with her. That's pretty amazing, right? Like, I'm willing to be a dad just to bang you, like, but not even like my own kid. You know? I don't know, it's strange. Like, I like him. It was easy. When you inherit a 10-year-old, all right, it's not like raising a kid, all right? Meeting a kid when he's 10, it's like getting a new iPhone, all right? He came pre-programmed. You know what I mean? He already spoke English. He could shit and wipe his own ass. It was great. Super easy. Super easy to be a stepdad. I don't know. I think I know I think I can actually pinpoint the moment where my wife, like, she kind of knew I was like a keeper, right? I think like one of the things I remember is like, you know, you're always trying to try really hard when you first meet a lady, right? You're trying to, you know, just give her all you got, right? And so inevitably, you're gonna run into like, what do you do with that 1 week a month, right? You know what I'm saying, right? Period week. You have to man up, right? Can't say no. Can't let a little mincy scare you off, you know. And that's when I knew. That's when I think she knew that I like loved her for her, right? Because like I just had to pretend like that didn't faze me. And what's always exciting is that like that borderline day of sex, right? Where you're just like it's gonna start any moment now, but it hasn't started yet. You guys ever play that little dance with the devil? That's right, you gotta get it in before the week happens.
Get it in!
Before Shark Week, my friend. I don't know. I'll do it though. I don't give a fuck. I just like to pretend that when she's having her period, she's just like super wet. You know what I mean? Alright, that's perfect. I'm gonna end on that. Thanks, Paco. Appreciate it, brother. Have a good one.
Give it up for Tony Karate. If that doesn't make you want to go on a slip and slide right now, I don't know what to. Saying period week like it's fucking 2-a-days. And I don't know what I mean by this, but you look, your outfit, everything about you is reminding me of why I've never seen an episode of Hawaii Five-0. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I should say it. You got the fucking Nike buckle cinched tighter than the Bible Belt I escaped from. Swear to God. Jeez. Oh, fuck. Where's the list? Sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, give it up for Tony Karate. Next up, we have Miss Jessica.
So high that the midget couldn't reach it. Yeah, I know that was the game. I see you jump up and down. You know me, I'll do that eventually. I'm Jessica, guys. New to the comedy scene, but you know, before I even do my intro, I have to put a few thoughts out there. I had some interesting things happen. The other day, I was walking to my car, put my coffee on the car, and what do you think happens? Can you guess?
Left it there.
No, a bird shit in it. Yes. Shit happens. And that bitch had some good aim. I'm serious. Like, it's only so big, right? You know, but that put me into all kind of thoughts. I was like, well, did she aim for it? Was this an accident? I have lots of accidents. And it spiraled into other thoughts. One of my thoughts of that day was catch and release. I was raised in the South, and I was taught catch and release, and I'm like, wait a minute, why would they do this shit, right? And I'm thinking, okay, they pull the fish out, it's too small, they put it back, it's just right, they keep it. If it's really big, they're shock and awe. I was like, fuck, it's dating. Wow. Exactly. Then I figured it out. That's what it is. They're finding the right fit. Yeah. Sorry, it was a lot of thought that day. It was like, yeah, more thoughts, more thoughts. But then I'll go back to telling you I'm new to comedy scene. But you may have seen me in things like Naked and Afraid, Prank, and my personal favorite, Sex Sent Me to the ER. Maybe Small Kind Life. That's just a description of my life. Yeah, really it is a description of my life. If you know me, it really happens that way. That also left me thinking, why do I have so many naked and afraid moments? And are they my fault? Really, most of them are not my fault. Okay, maybe a little bit kind that the naked and afraid of going to jail was those are my fault. Yeah, but only 50% though. You know, damn it, if the cops had a light on when I flashed, I would have known it was a cop. So partially his fault too. You should have warned me, you know. Just saying. It was pretty interesting though, trying to talk my way out of that one. The cop thought I was drunk. I said, no officer, I'm not drunk. I swear it was the midget's fault. Then he thought I was high. I swear I'm not doing any drugs. Not tonight, man. It was the midget's fault. And as he's about to cuff me, the midget walks out. See, I told you it was the midget's fault. There was really a midget there. Like, I swear it happened that way. So this is probably why I had so many naked and afraid moments. And usually they're not all my fault. Most of the time. But you know what else is not my fault? My ex going to the ER. No way it was my fault. How was I supposed to know that swinging testicles would look like a cat toy to the wild cats? Just saying, you know, how was I supposed to know this? I don't have testicles. I checked. There's not 10 there. I don't know how they work. But, you know, not all accidents are bad. And this next one, I've been told could be good or bad. I accidentally got a boyfriend while having sex one time. Yeah. I'm not joking, it happened. Yeah. I didn't plan for that shit. I made rules about this. No talking during sex, no making with your girlfriend, and he broke all those fucking rules at the same time. Yeah. So, is it good or bad? I don't know. It gave me an interesting story, so I can't call it bad. But I didn't want the boyfriend, so I guess I could say it's a little bit bad. But there are some good accidents. Like the time I accidentally busted the drug ring. Yeah, it was interesting. A little bit of PTSD on my part after this, having to memorize, like, it's all burned in my memory there. And then I got this interesting nickname, Boner Killer. I was like, you fuckers, these old people at the nursing home, they were pissed because they no longer could get their blue pills. Like, really, Grandpa, I love you. I'm sorry, but you were going to die from the blue pills and the sex. Just saying. And you know what his reply was? I know. It would have been 2 happy endings.
Yes.
Really? That's just so wrong. I didn't even want to think about that. Like, ew. There's just happy endings I don't need to think about. But he plastered that one in my head. You know, but I think that one was all on me. I just shouldn't have said that to him because I know he, like, is quick-witted and has this kind of sense of humor. It's my family. That's where I get this shit from, right? So I know better. Other things that I know better. I have a list of good, not so good ideas. It was a good idea until I did it. And then after I did it, I realized it was not such a good idea. Like false eyelashes. Did you know that you're not supposed to call 911 to help them remove your finger from your eye when it's stuck? Yeah. It didn't work out too well. My shit was bleeding my shit, and I'm like doing this, trying to get it off. I couldn't see, ended up bleeding my face down here. It was so bad. So that's a good, not so good idea. It looks good on other people. It did not look good on me. Yeah. But there's other good, not so good ideas that really probably work for other people. You know, have you ever seen the advertisements for the stick-on bras? Yeah. Those fuckers are liars. stick that baby on, wait 5 minutes, run around the house doing things. Oh, it's still sticking. Yes! So I put the other one on. Right after I put the other one on, the bunny ears come off. I was like, you fucker. And I'm mad. I'm ready to go yank it off. And I don't think this out very well. And I yanked. And I have nearly lost a nipple, and I'm screaming and hollering. And I realized, oh fuck, there's a second one. I've got to take off the second one. That was not very fun. Left me running around without a bra for like a week and crying a little bit and realizing that was not the best idea. So it fell on that good, not good idea. Maybe a good idea for somebody else, but it's not, didn't work out so well. Yeah, do y'all have any of those? Doesn't work out, I know. See, luckily men don't have to do that. Like, y'all are, I'm serious, and y'all have it way worse than dating. I swear. Like, what kind of shit are y'all gonna do to fake me out, like, if we meet up on a date? Other than putting up the wrong pictures on the profile or something, right? No, women can fuck you up. We like to go out with you, we look one way, the next morning you'd be like, oh, who the fuck is that? All her makeup done come off, her half her weave's coming out, the lashes are off, and I'm like, oh, you poor man, we wonder why y'all get a little bit pissy sometimes. It's our fault. I admit that, except I learned. There's no fake lashes here. And then there's her lady makeup because I have some accidental happenings. You want to limit that? Yeah, I know. Have one here, and it was Paco's fault. So Paco's fucking fault. I had my purse in here, and I was sitting over here, and it's really busy. We leave, it's a Friday night, we come back to the Saturday night show, and I get stuff out of my bag, and I'm like, whose cigarettes are in my bag? I don't smoke. And I'm sitting them out, I'm like, somebody take these, they're not mine. And Paco's like, they got the weed in there? I'm like, you fucker. I had them on me all day, in the store, everywhere. And I put a guy arrested or some shit, and it would have been his fault, and he would let me be the one talking to the cops. Yeah, but I'm good at that. I have the sweet southern accent, I can work my way out of that. And if I can't win the fight, I bounce. It works. I just love the fight. So, exactly. You know, he's in here and it reminds me, he's talking about Karens. I proudly have had a Karen moment last year. The only Karen moment I've ever had, but it was well earned. And I had a really good outcome. I moved here from Nelly, and I was in quarantine for 2 weeks. And about 3 days into that 2-week quarantine, my toy broke. Oh my God! I thought somebody was gonna die. I am calling the manufacturer. I'm like, you don't know. My daughter's here. She may die. She's got 11 more days to deal with me not being able to masturbate. They're like freaking out a little bit. They wait a minute. When did you buy it? And it was like a year and a half before. Good luck. We got a 2-year warranty. I was like, fucking hallelujah! It got replaced. So my Karen moment paid off. Now I have 2 of them because I had already ordered one. So I never got to worry about sex again. Yes. I know, I make good choices. But it reminds me that occasionally I have thinking out loud moments. And then maybe do that. Okay, at least I'm not the only one. Yeah, masturbation is like one of my favorite words. And I was in the store one day and somebody had a...
Hold on. Say it slowly.
Masturbation.
Yeah!
That they were asking somebody, what's another word for self-preservation? And I think that I am thinking masturbation. And that shit comes out of my mouth in front of like a 5-year-old, a 9-year-old, all these little kids there. I'm like, don't fuck me. Like, wait, no, don't fuck me. You're too young. Can't be doing that. I go to jail for that one. I can't go to jail for telling me to masturbate. If I fuck with you, I can. So, lessons learned, guys. Don't do any of the shit I say because this will really get you in trouble. And staying up here too long will get me in trouble because I had seen her get in the light. I started to fuck with her a little bit, but I didn't bring my light to flash it back at her. So we'll bring Nelly back up so she can bring up our next comedian. Woo! Nelly!
All right, everyone, give it up for Jessica. Man, you know, and give it up for her. She just got bangs, and I don't know if you know, but if you're a woman, that's a fucking risk. And she looks great.
Commitment issues there.
Yeah, I'd be careful if I don't do that bouncing gig too much. If one of those fall, it's going to sound like you're pounding a gavel or in the quarter. You better relax.
I made sure
I need you to mind your business,
I
okay?
made sure they're covered. They're not flying out yet.
God. All right, this next comedian smells like a fresh new deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We've got Trey Coon.
Trying to think if we'll come back to that. Your move. I don't know. Fucking Exodia your ass. Fucking all 5 pieces. I don't know, you guys don't understand that. Fuck me up right now. I was about to say some real shit. Oh yeah, some real shit. You guys want to hear some real shit? Yeah, real shit. Fucking stop Asian hate, right? You know, fuck Asians, man. I say fuck all the Asians, you know, especially the Koreans. I don't like the Koreans. You know why? Because Koreans, they got this fucking business model, okay? Their business model is you come into their restaurant, you pay $35, and you have to cook your own fucking food. Like, what the fuck kind of business model is that? Like, it's like, yo, and then they want to tip afterwards. And they get mad at you if you don't tip. What are you tipping? You just did all the work. You're cooking your own food. I took my dad. Okay, my dad is black, married to a black woman. I took them. They took me to Morgan Steakhouse, okay? That was $60 for an 8-ounce steak. But it came out cooked an extra $25 a side per person. Okay? That's how much money we spent at fucking Morgan's. It was about $150 a person. And we had 8 ounces of fucking steak. But now these fucking Koreans though. Now I get 3 pounds of fucking meat for $35. Where are they making their money at? Aren't you Korean?
Yes.
Where is your? I just hate Korean barbecue, and I'm upset mostly not at the Koreans. I'm mostly upset at myself because I ate 3 pounds of fucking meat and like 2 lettuce cups. And I was like, you know what these 2 lettuce cups are for, right? So I don't feel fat for eating 3 pounds of fucking meat. Fucking Koreans. You know who I like more than Koreans? The Japanese. Yeah, 'cause I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I watch anime. I watched fucking 8 hours of anime before I showed up here today. And I had a friend, he asked me, he's like, hey Trey, while you're watching anime, do you ever find yourself getting turned on by the characters? The answer is yes. First of all, yo, they put all that effort into drawing the fucking boobs and they bounce around and they go boing. Yeah, I get a little turned on. But I draw a line, okay? I draw a line. I don't jerk off to it because once you jerk off to it, you can't go back. You're now a fucking hentai weeb, okay? No. What I do instead is I flip on Pornhub and then I look up cosplay girls dressed as the characters, okay? It's okay because it's real people dressed up as fiction. And I feel a lot better when I fucking finish. I went on a website. It was like a cam girl cosplay website. And yeah, that being said, that's where my stimulus went. They're like, oh, wait, you can say my name? Yeah, no, don't fucking say Trey Coon. And they say Trey Coon. And I'm like, ah, damn it, I am a coon, aren't I? I can't blame myself. You can't blame me for being as white as I act, you know? Like, my dad is who I blame for it because that nigga made too much money. I didn't have to struggle growing up. Ain't that some fucked up shit? I'm not really black because my dad is too rich. It's like, oh, look at this nigga over here that's white as fuck. He ain't dark skinned and white, or he ain't light skinned and black, he dark skinned and white, motherfucker. Oh my god. No, it's not fair for me, man. I wanted to be a real ass nigga, you know? I had all the fucking opportunity to go to like colleges in the mainland and stuff like that, but I was like, no, I'm gonna stay in Hawaii, smoke a bunch of weed, and create my own struggle so I could become a real nigga. And now, you know what I am? I'm just another fucking fuck up in Hawaii. You guys are working? You guys are all working? Or you guys unemployed like my broke ass? Unemployed? I'm unemployed as fuck. I'm unemployed as fuck and I'm making more money than half my friends. Ain't that some shit? like everybody's like, oh my god, Joe Biden is gonna ruin America. That's what my Republican brother tells me. And so he's over there and I'm like, nah man. Nigga gave me $1,400 plus an extra $300 a week on top of my $500 a week I get for unemployment. I don't want to do shit. I want to be the stereotype. I am the stereotype of a black man on welfare. I am not getting off of this shit. Got another $17,000 available. Isn't that ridiculous? When was the last time you had a year off of work and then some? looking at you white people, I mean, I assume that you guys are like well off and either that or you guys used to do military, but you're like, nah, we're just a bunch of scuba divers now. Yeah, what do you guys do for work? Ah, you're a scuba instructor, aren't you? Or you jump out of airplanes. It's one of the two. Hey, let's put it this way. It's a bunch of stuff that black people won't be doing, okay, right? What is it, man? You gotta tell me now.
I was unemployed 2 years ago for 12 months.
Oh, shit. You wasted your unemployment before the pandemic. I feel bad for you, man. Man, you done fucked up. If you just waited another year, you would have been living a luxury life, and now you just fucking broke. So you live on this couch then, huh?
No, I just gotta work hard.
You live with your parents? Shit. Man, that is, how old are you, sir?
Too old.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
See, I'm 28,
Too old
and
for that shit.
my black ass got kicked out of my house at 19 because I was fucking college and I didn't have a job. So you know what I did? I was like, fuck it, I don't want to get kicked out quite yet. I'm gonna start working at this place in Waikiki called Teddy Bear World. Teddy Bear World? Yeah, because you just need a fucking job. Teddy Bear World is a fucked up place because it's just a fucking museum of the world with teddy bears dressed up as people. But there's tour guides and they're touring around. I didn't have a job as a tour guide because apparently they need to speak Japanese. Fuck Asians. Even though they said like Japanese, but fuck Asians. So I sat outside in Waikiki Friday, Saturday nights from hours of 4 to 8 p.m. dressed up in a big ass teddy bear mascot. And around 7 p.m. in Waikiki, you know what happens? People like you, my white friend, big people who probably played a little bit of lacrosse at college or something. Yeah, it's like, you don't look manly enough to play football, so I'm going with lacrosse. Rugby? He's a wrestle.
Nope.
Nah? Okay. Anyway, motherfucker saw me, and he just runs. It's like the fucking Flash, just flipping his arms all in the air. He just tackles me and lays me the fuck out. And I was like, oh, okay. That happened once. That's not gonna happen again, right? Nah, because there's a dude across the street, and he's hitting the crosswalk fucking, like, excited, because he's like, yo, I'm gonna tackle this motherfucker, too. The first person across the street. The light wasn't even green yet, he was out there. And I just see him, he's running at me, and I was like, alright, this is it. Lays me out. This guy's like, nah, I'm gonna go a little bit above and beyond, though. It just starts beating the shit out of me, you know? It wasn't for this lovely black couple that came, if I could say, in my life. They were on their honeymoon and they were like, hey, are you okay, young man? I'm sorry that these people did this to you. You know, it's drunken people in Waikiki. And I was like, yeah, man, this sucks. And then the guy goes, man, you couldn't pay a nigga enough to do this job. And I was like, oh. And he heard me groaning inside the mask. And he goes, no. And I was like, yeah, and I flashed my skin out, and he goes, no, but you could be like Hawaiian or something, and I take off my hat, and he's like, no, but you could be Hawaiian or something. Oh, no. So yeah, that's the story of me losing my black card. I stopped speaking African-American vernacular English after that. Yeah, if you guys don't know what African-American vernacular English is, it's a PC for Ebonics. I just learned the word the other day because apparently Gen Z likes to talk like black people, but they're like mostly like overprivileged white kids. Like, no cap, dead ass, bruh, AOB. Like, where's that Blipto at, right? Oh no, I don't know how to talk like a black person. My dad raised me well. He fucked up my life. I can't be a real black man. My N-word. I also capped out on the amount of times I can say the N-word today, so now I just gotta say N-word for the rest of it. Or I can just stop at nig. That sounds a little bit worse now, actually, thinking about it. So I say, what's up, nig? It's like a little niglet. That's what I used to call my nephews. So I say, hey, you little fucking niglet. You little tiny ass nigga. And then my family is like, no, you weren't black enough to say this, Trey. So I was like, alright, fuck it. Anyway,